whoa, where are we going here? That's called stupidity. Sam Bankman-Fried, he's actually facing 115 years. It's not looking good, bruv.
Crypto flip.
Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I'm back again with my co-hosts Ricardo and Deji, and we're going to kick off straight away with some crypto confessions. The first one is really interesting. So, over the course of 2 years, I have put in over $2 million into BTC and ETH. This also includes NFTs in the Art Blocks ecosystem. I liquidated assets to accumulate my current holdings. If it does not work out, I will basically be fucked. So far, I have made nothing, and I'm holding out until the next bull run. If it fails, I will likely lose my wife, as she has no idea I did all of this because she thinks the money is in stocks and real estate. What do you guys think?
Rick, you want to go first?
First
Should I
of
go?
all, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, he shouldn't have lied to his wife. That's number
I
one.
don't know why he did that. Like, just tell her you're on crypto. Like, what's the big secret?
The difference between crypto and stocks? Okay, obviously there's a big difference. What's the difference in between any investment? Like, it can go up, it can go down, and it sounds like he said he hasn't made anything yet. But like, cool, that means you still have all your money invested. Like, you ain't lost. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, the market's down right now. Cool. Even if you invested when Bitcoin was at like 50K, for instance, yeah, we're a bit down now, but ride out your wave, I guess. He's some percentage down. It doesn't sound like he's lost like 90%, like he's wiped out.
He's not.
No.
Which doesn't sound that mad. I mean, yeah, I don't know. He ain't gone to zero, so hold tight him. His wife will be fine, man. What do you mean? 2 million in real estate? Like what? Like what? You can have a flood in Florida and then that's your 2 million gone. Like what was he thinking about?
That's true. That's true.
Like Chris said, just come out with like emphasize some of the point he made. Like any investment in any market can go up and go down. You know what I mean? Like real estate, like it's not like it's the most safest vehicle. I mean, yes, it's one of the more stablest market, but stock is up and down as well. So I don't understand why first of all he lied to his wife. He didn't have to do that. Just be honest upfront. Like, hey, I got some money in some crypto, some stocks, some real estate. Don't worry, it's under good care. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to lie to your wife. So he kind of made it. He made it longer by just lying to the wife because I don't see anything wrong with this. Having 2 million in BTC and ETH, those are blue chip assets. You know what I'm saying? Like I think BTC will rise again. I believe ETH will rise again. I'm not so sure about the NFTs art blocks ecosystem thing. I hope it didn't put too much money into that, but I'm sure hopefully you won't lose too much money in that one. Even if you split that 2 million across the 3 assets, it's still a good investment. So yeah, this Danny sounds wet. Sorry to be insensitive, but he sounds wet, man. Like he sounds like he's a bit of his wife. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I have to agree with you guys, man. Why he lied? I don't understand why he lied. The only reason why he must have lied is there must have been an instance where she's either said something negative about it, or there must be some negative sentiment from her point for him to want to be secretive about what he's invested in. Because I think most spouses will just be like, okay, cool, you've invested, whatever. I probably don't know much about it. I trust you. Go and do your thing. But for him to be tiptoeing around and secretly going through back doors trying to invest without his wife knowing is a bit crazy. So yeah, I didn't understand that. Also, you all invested in Bitcoin and ETH as Deji already said. So you don't really have too much to worry about. What you should be worried about if you invested in like a bunch of shitcoins, then I would say, you know what, you might as well prepare the divorce papers. It's gonna be a bit techie, but no, I mean, to be honest, he's not in the worst position.
Maybe not at all. We've seen worse. We've seen worse, as you know this.
1,000%. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You'll survive, man. Just keep your chin up and wait. Ride it out. And if your wife has a big spending habit, she's like, "Where's the rest of the money? Pour some of that money out. I want to go on holiday or something."
There you go.
Then yeah.
And if she keeps giving you headaches, yeah, new wife, bro. Simple, man.
Hey, man. With every problem, there's a solution. So that is one potential solution.
Trust me,
for sure. So the second confession is, I'm all in on a microcap project that the team promised a revolutionary order book DEX on the DOT system ecosystem. It's been 3 years, no official product released, and minus 99.5% from the all-time high. There are red flags, but as I've missed so many opportunities, I can only convince myself to continue believing in the team and dollar cost average in. Wow, okay. I will either make it or hold zero and remain as a loser that I already am for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go first on this one.
Yeah. This is right up your alley, bro. You love micro cap coins. Go on, go for it.
I do, but you know what it is? It's the fact that when he said I DCA into like other coins, that was where I was like, whoa, where are we going here? Like, because obviously you can like make a loss on the coin, cool, that happens. And obviously, if you're up overall on average over everything you've invested in, it's not the worst thing in the world. But when you're talking about I'm down 99.5%, the team are not delivered the product, I'm still gonna ape in because I'm down. That's called the sunken cost fallacy. You're because you've already invested in something. You're just thinking, I'm already in. Let me just put more money in. That's called stupidity. What's that saying? If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. And the other one, which is um, insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This guy's insane. You need to check him to a mental asylum. Oh man.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When you read this and he goes down 99.5%, but I'm gonna keep buying more. I was like, finished. I have nothing to say, man. Like, I wish I know what project this is. I'm sure if I do a little bit digging, I'll find out. But this is where you need to obviously understand risk management. I think most traders lose all their money. I think by just not taking into account that you can lose everything you have, not just by trading, just by being hacked or just being stupid with it. So this guy, you're already in a macro cap coin. Yes, they're known to moon, but they're also known to go really, really down, like fast. So the team is not producing, they're not coding, they're not developing anything. That's a strong chance this is a rug pull. So I don't know why you keep DCing into this. Other than the fact that you don't want to admit that you made a wrong trade or like this is a terrible trade and this is just stop. I think this project's not going anywhere. Like most projects that go this low, they never really recover. Like if especially only maybe if you're engineering, you're obviously actively trying to like rebuild that ecosystem, then maybe you can recover. But
for 99.5%, can you give me one example? Because I can't think of a single one, bro. Like down 60, 70%, 80% in the bear market. Yeah, okay, cool.
I said 85. I said 85. I think it's up with 90, but 90 basically is 99.5. It's basically 0.05 from literally bring.
There's probably no liquidity, even if he wanted to pull his money out anyway.
Bro, he's the only holder of that coin.
Was say that again?
He's the only holder of that coin, fam. When he sells that coin, bro, he's the only one buying it back. If you look at the order book, it's only him, bro.
There's no one on the other side.
He's fucked up.
You're Rick, go.
Nah.
I just think 99.9. That's when it got me. You were reading, and I'm like, okay. And then I had 99.5. I was like, let it go, bro. It's gone. There's no pulling back from that.
Exactly.
Bro, your world, it will never happen, but it has. And now you don't DCA, bro. It's stupid. You're just being silly.
No. Seriously, guys. On a side note, though, like, what makes these newbie traders so stubborn about just not admitting when they're wrong? Because, like, we all like, no one is always 100% right. Like, sometimes you get things right, sometimes you get things wrong. You know what I mean? You thought this was gonna moon, didn't moon. Why is it so hard for you to admit that, you know what? I've lost 20K, I've lost 30K. It's time for me to rebuild my portfolio into something else. Like, why is it so hard? Is it pride? I mean, you can't have pride when you're trading.
You know what? I don't actually think I think maybe it's partially pride, but I don't think that's the main reason. I think it's because when you've invested money, now you're attached. Now you're really like you're actually attached to the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
more so, and especially if you haven't got that much liquid, because you're almost dependent on a result that may or may not happen, but you're wishing that it does. And if it doesn't happen, then you know that the result of it is going to be bad. That's why you obviously need to only invest what you can afford to lose. But obviously in crypto, that's not necessarily the case for a lot of people,
A lot of degenerates, isn't it?
basically.
Yeah. Also, I think there's all sorts of things in life, like there's confirmation bias. Like,
True.
like obviously 99.9% of all things when they go down by 99 or 95% or 99.9, there's no coming back. But he's probably found like the one or two coins that mooned after like some crazy shit happened to it, and he's like, oh yeah, it's gonna do that. And that's all he's on, like
That's
all he's
possible.
on the lookout for is, and then he'd be looking back and he's like, no, look, in the last bull market, Bitcoin did 100x. Well, not Bitcoin, something. Let's say something did 10x. All I need to do is just like for this to do 10x, and then I'll be back to where I was.
Yeah. It's a wrap for my guy. Hang it up, bro. It's
a wrap.
you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Yo, if you're listening out there, bro, just restart, man. Reboot your portfolio, bro. Hard reboot, bro. Trust me.
Trust me. So the next crypto confession is I ran a Facebook group on crypto and Bitcoin back in 2014, 2015. At the time, I had 140 BTC at around 40K each, I presume. But I sold it around, actually, maybe not because it's 2014, 15. But I sold it at around 4 to 5K to go traveling. My friends at the time thought I was a millionaire because BTC went up to 20K. But little do they know, I deleted my Facebook due to me having no life. Not because I want to hide wealth. I am living at my parents' house now and waging in my free time. Life sucks, and I've wasted 2 years of my life in crypto doing fuck all.
Oh my days! What do you mean fuck all? You have 140 BTC. You sold.
No, but he sold it exactly.
He sold not sell one, not sell two. He sold it all to go on holiday. Blew all on holiday. Nah, bro, no sympathy for my man, fam. The reason why I deleted his face because he just couldn't stand the shame because everyone's gonna be like, yo, that guy's rich, he's rich. You have to log off, you know what I mean? You have to log off in it permanently. It's sad, bro, because like, I mean, I remember one time I bought Matic. I think I must have bought like 5,000 Matic or something. This is before he moved to like that $2 range. I bought it like, I think it was like 20 cents or something. I sold it. I was swing trading. I sold it too early. Moon. I was like, fuck, I would never do that again. That's essentially what my man did. He sold too early. Didn't even catch no pump. At least I was playing around with altcoins. That's nothing. Like, you're meant to sell your altcoins anyway. But my man sold his entire portfolio to go on holiday. I'm speechless, bro. I'm just someone else talk. I'm speechless, bro.
Let's pre the maths. He had 150
Let's do it.
He spent 630 bags on a holiday, blood. let's even take 2 steps back. This done had in 2014-15 had 140 BTC, yeah. Like, okay, well, he said it was 40K at the time, but when he just did the maths, it's like 630 bags. But realistically, why is he pissed? He didn't lose any money, bro. He didn't lose any money. He just didn't.
Bro, he's pissed because he didn't sell at 60K, bro. He sold at like 5K BTC. That's why he's pissed.
I mean, I'd be pissed as well. But what I'm saying is, he ain't lost anything, bro.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
No one took anything from him. He sold early. Like, this is completely different from the guys that said, "Oh man, I got wiped out 99.5%." This done. Sold in a great time, like probably top of his market, like at the time, and then decided, yeah, this is it, I'm gone. Like, yeah, he fucked up on so many different levels, but ultimately, he ain't lost no money. I have no sympathy for this guy, bro.
Yo, sorry, Aris, before you jump in here, I want to say something. Like, I just feel like Rick is right. He didn't really fuck up too bad. Yes, he sold early. But if I were you, if you sold early, you have seen on this amount of liquid cash. What you should have done is reinvest it into something else. maybe you could have picked up Ethereum, which was, I don't think Ethereum was live at that point. Ethereum came out in 2017. You could have been in the ICO for Ethereum. You could have bought Ethereum at like $4, $2, like literally. You could have made life-changing money with that money you bought back. Let's say, okay, cool. You have 40K, you spend 20K on holiday, cool. You still have 20K liquid cash. If you knew what you were doing, if you understand and believed in crypto, you could have made that money back 100-fold. But I guess he did it, and he gave up.
100%. I do not feel sorry for this, Don. I'm trying to be like him, bro. I'm trying to be like him with the 140 BTC because that's strong amount of Bitcoin. But, bro, if I had 140 BTC, but my life would be different.
Bro, if you have 140 BTC, you need to move to Dubai, fam.
Soon come. But yeah, this crypto confession is quite interesting. It kind of rings home to me a little bit because obviously I'm moving around the world as we speak. But what he done at the time, I can kind of see why he done it. So it's a slightly different take to what you guys are saying. Obviously, it's easy in like hindsight's 2020, right? We now know what the potential of crypto is. At the time, I first got into Bitcoin at in early 2014, late 2013. I think I actually made my first purchase in 2014, but I started to like take it serious much later on. Anyway, at that time, it wasn't really clear that Bitcoin was going to be around, for the long haul. And you couldn't really predict at that time as well that, it was going to explode to 60K and, potentially more afterwards, because it was really early adopters at that point. It wasn't early majority. You didn't have a bunch of YouTubers. There's only one or two. I remember this guy called Chris Dunn. He was around early, and there wasn't too many more people around. It's not like now where you got all these people, all these resources, all these books, everything. It was a very different landscape to what it is now. Definitely. So I don't think he should beat himself up. One thing I've said before, and I'll say it again, and it kind of reflects on what Deji was saying, is that there's other opportunities. He mentioned
Ethereum, bro. Ethereum. That was the next explosion at that time.
There's ETH, there's Matic, there's so many different coins out there, and the point is that in crypto there's always another opportunity. Even in bear markets, there's opportunities.
Yeah.
So you really have to be like be in the space, studying and understanding what's going on. Otherwise, you'll just be a lucky fool who got in early by mistake and spent all his money on traveling to Thailand.
And honestly, I don't even think this guy was one of them lucky fools, bro, because back then to spend 40K, let's say it's dollars, on Bitcoin, bro, that's like highly risk heavy. Do you know what I mean? This guy obviously got some balls or some good foresight or something. He has something that he's beating himself up that he can't see in himself. But to just decide at that point in time, I'm going to spend 40K on Bitcoin is mental. Like, yeah,
you have to have some conviction to do that at that stage, 100%. To be honest.
To kind of emphasize some of the point you made, Harris, you said like you started in 2014 as well, and then you weren't really taking it serious. I think the same syndrome is playing here with this guy, because like doing the maths, he basically sold his BTC around like $285. And then I feel like obviously he went into depression, seeing it moon to about 20K eventually later on, and then eventually did it even 3x even after that. Then it went to 60K, 66K actually to be exact. So I think if I'm him, right, and then I made that mistake really early on. I made some small change, but I could have made life-changing money, because 40K is not life-changing money, let's be real. But you've seen it go to 20K. Surely you can see that there's even more room for it to grow. That's time for you kind of buy back. In that bear market, that 2017 bear market, you should have been all in.
Facts.
Bro, you should be doing night job, day job, cleaning your neighbor's gutter, just stacking up your dough.
Facts.
But you're saying that with hindsight, innit?
Yeah. But
no, I don't think he is.
Because think about where we are now in market cycles now. Like you could have said that last year you should have been cleaning your neighbor's gutters and I don't know, doing everything that you need to stack your peas to buy Bitcoin when it was like 20K, 15K. in that
But we
respect.
saw it come down, bro. We saw BTC come down to 3K. You know what I mean? That would have been another room, another chance for him to kind of scoop it up. But I think psychologically he was already wrecked from that stupid trade he made, and then it just hasn't recovered. That's what it is.
That's true.
It's such a shame. Such a shame. He had such a strong portfolio, and he ruined it by going on holiday. It's crazy, fam. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So if he all right,
Whenever you say that, it's just mad, you know. You ruined it by going on holiday.
It's the truth, bro. It's the truth.
I think I misunderstood how he portrayed it. So he had 140 Bitcoin is worth 40 grand, but he sold when he sold it, it was between 4 and 5 grand. So he took that 4 and 5 grand and went on holiday, not 630 grand, because that would have been stupid.
Yeah.
So so I feel a little bit less but I still don't feel bad for him. Cool. 40 grand to 4.5 grand. He was 90% down. Yeah, I don't know what to say to him.
Yeah, I mean that first bear market, 2014, 15, and that was like, let me paint a bit of a picture for you guys. That was obviously after the Mt. Gox. Is very, very early. Not very many exchanges. I think Coinbase is around at that time.
Yeah, I think they're around. Yeah, Binance wasn't around. Was Binance around, bro?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Binance was 2017, I think.
There you go.
Or in that time period. But it was Coinbase, local Bitcoins. These are the places that you're buying it from. Mt. Gox just went down. Winklevoss twins just tried to do the ETF. It flopped.
Flopped hard.
So it was, and obviously the narrative and the news is obviously this is for like criminals. Silk Road. All of these things are painting it. So it's a very different picture to now, because now it's like institutions. You got recognized investors buying it. People are accepting it for payments and all types of things. Like the ecosystem is, you can't compare like for like, because the ecosystem was just totally different. But he should have taken that learning into the next bear market, or even in the next bull market, and actually, try to push on, use that as a lesson, rather than just say, I failed, and just be a defeat.
Bro,
exactly.
I 100% agree with you, Harris. 100% agree with you, man. That's what you do. You take the previous cycle learnings, you take it to the next one. You know what I mean? Not that every cycle is exactly the same, but there are lessons to be learned in previous cycle and historically anyway. So shout out to him, man. I hope he's picked himself up and is rebuilding his portfolio, because that was a massive L, man. It's massive L.
Yeah. Good luck to you, guy.
Last one?
The last one, yes. So my dad was a serial investor both in Web 2 and Web 3. A couple of years ago, he died after his car was smashed off the road and rolled down. What a way to describe your dad's death. Was smashed off the road and rolled down an embankment by a drunk driver.
Wow.
In his will, he told us where to find the thumb drive that contained the details of all his trading accounts and instructions on how to withdraw the money. It would have been somewhere in the region of about 3.1 million in both fiat and crypto investments. He hid the thumb drive in his car. Duct taped to the roof of the glove compartment. The car had already been crushed with the drive inside it. Wow.
No.
I have to question whether this one is real, because if you got 3.1 mil in trading accounts,
it was a box,
like
at least.
in your whip, like that can get stolen. So think about it logically. I would put that in a safe. I would put that maybe somewhere in my house or something before I put it in my car.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know about you guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but it just
no. You're
sounds
not overthinking that. You're not overthinking. That's some lax security right there. That's really lax right there.
But we can take it for face value and just analyze what he said.
Okay, well, poor management of where you put your actual funds. But I think I guess the deeper lesson is, because obviously being a dad, I think about, I'm like, Ross, if anything happened to me, all this stuff I have on crypto, like nobody knows that my crypto password and that my wife can't guess my crypto password. Like if she could, I'd be worried, because no one can guess my crypto. Like my ledger, which is at another location and definitely not in this office, like I need not having so everything like common knowledge for how to like use that type of stuff. Yeah, and then all of these places, like you KYC if it's on Coinbase, you KYC with them. Like it'll be a massive security risk if your wife or your child can just go on and say, "Hey, no, trust me, it's my dad. Give me his password," type of thing. So it's like once it's gone, it's kind of gone, isn't it? And I think I don't
Depends
know.
on the safeguards you put in place, but if it's on an exchange, it will be very tricky. Like, because even if it's you yourself, you have to go through all types of stuff to get into your account again if you've been locked out somehow.
Yeah,
But if it's in cold storage, then it's a bit easier. Obviously, for a crypto noob, it might be still difficult, but you just have to, I guess, break it into baby steps. But yeah, it does actually create like when you were speaking, Rick, you did paint a bit of a picture in terms of how is there a way, you know, for because we're obviously all going to get old one day and pass away, but you want the wealth that you accumulate to be able to be passed down to your children and the next generations. But that's something that crypto hasn't quite figured out yet, at
Yeah,
least not in a straightforward way. So
I mean,
it does open up that conversation.
yeah, I mean, to not drag it daggers too much. I mean, there is a way for you to kind of do it. It's just, I think the reason why it's not being done is because nobody foresee. I mean, inshallah, I don't think I'm gonna die tomorrow, so I have not made any preparation to transfer my crypto to my offspring or my girl. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like when you don't plan for, when you don't foresee something happening, you don't plan for it. I mean, I don't plan on dying anytime soon because I want to enjoy my crypto wealth, but at the same time, I feel like the reason why it's not being catered for is because no one really plans for that. Especially we're young. I mean, I'm still in my early 30s. Like I don't see myself
bro,
that I'm soon. Going,
that's the problem though, because
it is
That
it
is the
is a problem.
problem.
That is a problem. You're
there's
right.
quite a lot of All right, so when is it? It was about 2020, no, 21, 22, where there were like 3 or 4 crypto millionaires just gone missing, like across the world.
Mm.
I can't remember the names, but they were quite like
Yeah,
big
yeah,
players in the game.
I remember this.
And the fact is, yeah, you never really know when you're gonna go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And if you talk to any lawyer, any will writer, they're like, yeah, nobody ever knows when they're gonna go. They think, oh yeah, like you might think, oh, I'm 40, I'm still young. Oh, I'm 50, I'm still young. Because like you're never gonna admit that you feel old. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So then I'm just like, well, actually, it kind of makes sense just to get that sorted now. But yeah, if you speak to any lawyer, they'll be like, so what's your will? I'm like, well, that's a bit strong, but that's their job, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Think about what we don't want to think about, or what we
Yeah.
think is far in the future. But
Yeah. But I think maybe definitely after this bull run, I will probably look to set something up. But right now, I have no plans on setting it up because I'm not planning on dying. I need to enjoy this next bull run at least before I die. So that's the plan. But to not digress too much. Yeah, I mean RIP Pops. It's a shame. I mean, like, yeah, it's just that
also,
this one is just a double loss. It's just a double loss. It's nothing to say to
yeah,
it. It's just a double loss. Like there's nothing to
100%. But didn't man say Web 2 as well? Where did that Web 2 cash go? Into Web 3?
Must have, bro.
It's not like my money invested in like Google and Facebook.
Yeah.
But you have to know where the trading accounts are and the passwords for them and all this other stuff.
Hopefully, they're able to like recover some of the Web 2 cash because I mean I think the stock wealth is easy to kind of transfer to your family than it is crypto one because you
Sure.
got specific detailed instructions. Number
Yeah.
one, locate the drive. Number two, here is the password. Number three, here's the seed
Oh, I hear
password.
what you're saying. Also, they said the car's already been crushed. Now, I don't know about you, man, but if I knew there was 3 mil in a car that's been crushed, I'm gonna try and find that car. Like, that seems like the
Yeah,
next logical
yeah,
step. My
yeah.
man's here on the internet, like, listen to what happened to me. I'll be out there, fam.
No, but bro, you have to think before making this post because this post is like like his final memoir to his dad or something. Like you think he would have gone to the car side and make sure like you can't find it on the floor because If it's a tiny drive, there's a chance he probably survives. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely go check it out, like in a junkyard or something. But
even a 1% chance is worth checking
it's
that.
for $3.1 million. Of course it is, bro. Come on, start risking $1 to make 300K or something. Now, come on, man. Like you have to make that. You make that trip. You make that trip to confirm the thumb drive is gone. If it's then gone, then yeah, you can come and make this kind of post. But hopefully they are able to recover some cash, because this is just sad. It's just sad.
Definitely. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. That helps us make more podcasts in the future, so we really appreciate it. And the next thing we're going to get into is the current state of affairs with the market. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date, but Bitcoin is currently at $36,000. And what I've been seeing on the timeline is that, are we at the beginning of a bull market? Is this the time when things are about to go parabolic? Obviously, we have the ETF on the horizon as well. What do you guys think?
Do I think we're at the beginning of a bull market? I remember a couple episodes ago, we were talking about how we're going to dip in September and then we're going to come up and probably end the year a little bit higher. And I feel like we're just seeing that live out, really. I don't know. I don't think actually the market will be in some crazy place no. I think the market will trend a little bit higher in December and January. But as the start of the bull run, I don't know. I don't see percentages moving that mad, but I'm aware like over the last 28 days or like 30 days, Bitcoin's jumped like 30% or something crazy, which is good news. But ultimately,
fucking great news.
I'm not seeing the bullish signals yet. Bullish signals. But yeah, things are looking good.
But what signals are you actually looking for to confirm and say, yeah, you know what, we're actually in a bull run right now? What would confirm that for you?
I want to see like double-digit growth across multiple altcoins, or like double-digit daily growth. Or that's crazy for me. That's like it's alt season. Or we're talking, I don't know, like consistent, steady growth day by day. Like yesterday it's 32, today it's 35, tomorrow it's 38, 40, 45, like constant uptrend. And I don't just mean like, I mean like strong percentage uptrends versus what we have now, which is the market moved 6% in like 4 days. And then it stagnates 6%, or like 5% stagnates, 3% stagnates. I want to see like solid day on day, like one day, just green candles going up for multiple days on Bitcoin.
But sorry to cut you off, Deji. Just give me 1 second. So, but if you look back at the charts, a lot, like I remember, especially at the beginning of a bull run, you will have these periods where it'll jump up and then it will just sort of plateau for a while. Then it'll jump up, then it'll plateau for a while. Then afterwards, obviously, when it starts to go parabolic is obviously towards the end of the bull run, and we're not going to see that until, maybe 2025 or so. So does that change anything, or do you still think we're just going to consistently go up?
I'm looking at the chart now, and all right, so we're 4 days into green candles basically.
Okay.
And the start of this was the 6th of November, and that was a low of 35K. Like we're still only 1K away from that. 2K.
Okay.
Right? Because we're at 36.8. So in my head, and so before that, we had days of up, days of down, days of up, days of down. I'm seeing some mad candles like last week or a couple weeks ago, which actually look a lot more promising. I don't know. I want more hype around it, man. I want to see Bitcoin in more.
Sorry, I'll drop it.
Yeah.
Is it? What's the question again? Can you read the question again, Harris?
Yeah. So has the bull market started? We're at 36,000. What do you think?
I don't think the bull market has started. Ricardo made a great point. Like we said, heading towards the new year, the Decembers, the January, we're gonna see some nice little moon. but we also predicted that there's going to be a pre-halving correction, which obviously we all know the halving is April 20th. I think around that time range. So we are going to see that pre-halving correction. I don't want to say crash because whenever you say crash in crypto, people say, "Oh no, they said you should sell." No, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to hold that stuff. But what I'm trying to say here is, yes, it's exciting now. We're getting some good fundamentals coming in. The ETF news is booming. Interest rate no longer going up. There was some talks about rates cutting, which would be fucking good, but they're not going to do no rate cuts anytime soon. But I do expect that rate cut early next year before the end of Q1 2024. But these are all good things that's kind of like just accumulating towards to that. I wouldn't say it's a moon cycle just yet, but that right now, if you're not already in crypto, if you're not already making plans of making buying or trading or doing some swing trades, that kind of stuff, then you're missing out because if you look at the charts here, I mean, BTC is definitely going to at least 40K before maybe another quick correction. If he goes to 47K, I wouldn't be shocked. But then I do expect some pre-halving correction in the near future. Maybe not in December, but January, February. February is not always a good time for crypto anyway. So next year, February, March, you might see all these gains just kind of reverse again. But I don't see BTC stopping anytime soon. I think it's probably heading towards that 40 to 47K range. And which would be nice. It'll be nice for altcoins local. So you know they're gonna pump along with along with the BTC. So this is all good stuff in my opinion. I think it's definitely not the bull run yet. We're heading in the right direction because we're starting to kind of just turn money in, all the right stuff, all the right bullish signals. BlackRock being in the space now. Elon hasn't said anything about crypto in a while, but you know he's going to. I mean, you can almost book it because he's pro crypto as well. So yeah, all this stuff it's looking good. It's looking good. It's not bull run yet, like Ricardo said, because we're not seeing that. If you can see the chart here, I mean, look at my watch this. You've seen 3% gain. These are not multi-percentage gain. Like, you know what I mean? Like 5%, some percent gain is nothing to. Obviously, in stocks does have mad gains, but in crypto, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
They're baby numbers in crypto.
Yeah, baby numbers, exactly. So looking forward to the BTC dominance going up as well. I think we're probably going to see that go up to about 60% before it starts correcting again. So it's looking good. I don't think it's the bull run just yet because I'm anticipating that pre-halving cash, which obviously going to pump a lot of money into crypto again. But other than that, just buying every other day, and every week, every month. That's the plan.
Yeah, I don't think we're in a bull run either. I think we're in a bullish time within. We might be transitioning, but I don't think we've officially begun the bull run. Yeah, and also I agree with Deji in terms of having that period where some of the gains will get reversed. I think probably just after Christmas, maybe January, maybe beginning of February or something like that, it will happen. Spending across the board goes down anyway because people spend their budgets both in companies and people in retail just cash strapped during January. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of money flowing into crypto, and it might suffer as a result during that time period. So it might be a good time for trades.
Definitely,
but yeah,
definitely good for trade. Like the third cut you off, Iris. You know how you say, I still think we're in the bear market because if we're not in the bull market, we're in the bear market. I don't think there's an in between. I don't know if there's a time for that. Huh?
Nah, I disagree.
What was it? What?
So obviously, like I look at crypto in terms of like seasons, right? And we have autumn, winter, dead. Nothing happens. Things are dead. Sideways movement. It's time to accumulate. But like the fear in the market is super high, and nobody really cares about it because everyone's thinking they just recently got burned because summer just ended. Well, not summer, sorry. They recently got burned because times are cold. Nothing's moving. Nothing's happening. And right now, I think I said it on the last podcast, but I think we're moving into summer. I think now we're like firmly into like crypto summer, where people are willing to put their money in, and they can see that their money is doing some multiples. Like they're getting 10%, 20% when they last invested like 2 weeks ago. Like the sentiment in their minds is growing. They're like, okay, cool. This is something that's actually working. Forget what happened to me last time when I got burnt because I held my bag forever. Like, I think it's a good time now, and everyone's thinking, well, not everyone that's putting money into crypto now is seeing that if they invested in the last month or 2 months, they haven't they haven't lost any money, or they're sitting round about at very worst they're sitting round about where they bought if they haven't gained.
If you invested in the past month, you're definitely in the green. You should be in the green. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Rick. If you want to call this crypto summer, cool, we can call it crypto summer. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. And I mean, you heard it here first. And I mean, it's not a good bear market, it's a crypto summer. But I want people to keep in mind that when we get that pre-halving correction, it's not it's not crypto winter again. It's not crypto winter, you know what I mean? Because we're just getting some serious moves for crypto post-halving. Well, we'll wait and see that. But point out to make it, Harris, is this is the time where, like, you know what I mean? We've now left crypto winter, we left the bear market, we're now in crypto summer. This is kind of best time for you to kind of scalp some trades, make some profit. Like look at Ricardo with the Solana trade. Have you sold yet on the Solana, Rick?
Hell no, I ain't sold yet. I could check that right now, but no, I ain't sold yet.
Yeah.
Right.
So like,
send up on that maybe.
Yeah. I saw the other day that Solana is doing some multiple. I think it's now of like $50 or something. But anyway, point to make it is you need to spot those kind of trades. I mean, those kind of good trades, you need to spot them, invest in them, and yeah, obviously knowing what to exit as well. Maybe you repurpose that cash towards BTC or ETH or stables, whatever you want to do. We all trade. It's up to you, but this is the best time to be active during crypto winter / crypto summer.
Definitely agreed. Someone who's not going to be happy about crypto summer or anything related to crypto is Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX, who has been found guilty of all charges related to the fraud. He's actually facing 115 years in jail. He hasn't actually been sentenced yet at this time of recording, but it's not looking good, bruv.
I'll go first. Wait. I'll go first, Rick. I'll go first. Do you man really think he's going to get 115 years in jail?
Whether it's 115 or 50, what difference does it make? It's the same thing.
Bro, I don't think he's going to get close to 115 years. I will be shocked.
What do you think he's going to get?
Bro, he's probably going to get 10 years on parole and file.
What? You reckon?
Yes.
Bear in mind, it's not one charge. It's multiple charges. You know?
Yeah, so what? He didn't kill nobody. You know what I mean? He didn't destroy a freaking country. He did, bro. All he did was misappropriate funds, lied to a couple investors. Mismanages of funds definitely. But I will be shocked if they sent him 100 years in prison. And
also, because I'm not sure how the American system works, but obviously his so-called co-conspirators or the people that worked with him, they flipped on him to avoid the sentence. So I suspect any sentence that they would have got. Yeah, exactly. I suspect any. What's up?
So his thing snitched on him.
The girl, yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah, she flipped, and then I think the co-founder as well. Yeah, so they both flipped on him. So yeah, I suspect any what's the word I'm looking for? Any sentence that they would have gotten has probably been pinned onto him as well. So
wait,
yeah,
let's just explore that part real quick. So we as three of us, we all do this podcast, yeah. We all decide we're gonna come on, we're gonna talk about this. This is what we do. We agree on the subject and titles in it. That we all have understanding of what's happening. Just as you're in the business, right? And
of course,
what I'm saying is, how can they just blame one man, bro?
There has to be a fall guy, man.
Yeah, and to be honest, yo, Rick, sorry to cut you up there. I think I do not underestimate Sam Bankman. He spearheaded this. He spearheaded this whole thing. Like, it was his idea to launch it was called stablecoin backed by what's called like a cryptocurrency exchange token. It was his one that was using his own investors' money to invest in other crypto projects. It was all him. He was the one in control of all those wallets.
But fam, she owned. I'm talking about his partner. I don't remember her name, or one of his partners. I don't know what they were in some mad relationship. I don't know what kids are doing these days.
Caroline Ellison. Caroline, that's her name.
Yeah, this woman.
Caroline, yeah. They were all having an orgy as well.
Yeah, that's how tight them, man.
I don't even want that image in my mind, bro. Honestly, he deserved an extra couple of years for that.
Yeah, she owned the fund, right? That man was converting into, and
Alameda
like
Research.
sending P's into to do some investment. Yeah.
She was the head of
So
it. I
how
don't
is
know if
she
she
just
owned it,
not liable for any
but
of
she
it?
was definitely the.
She owned, or you said she directed the company, but either way, she obviously she did she not have the wallet and accept the fund transfer of people's money?
I think she
Like
did. I think she did.
exactly. So she has some blame to part some part to blame in this. So hold tight if she could just shove that blame on someone else, and now she's just back out there having orgy with her clap boyfriends. Like it's hold tight her, man. She's a winner in all this.
Yeah,
And over.
I think the deal that she probably got was if she was able to kind of help with the investigation and obviously getting the rat to the main culprit, the head of the snake. She will probably maybe she will be
Exactly.
parole in a couple of years. She might still get some sentence, but hers will not be as heavy as Sam's one. So like I said, like
They want the
he's a
big
dude.
fish, so they're gonna
Yeah, exactly. He's the biggest fish
incentivize them.
obviously. He's the one. He's the CEO. I mean, he was the former CEO of FTX, and then he was the one misappropriating funds and invested in projects that he should not be invested in, when then knowing that he had no cash or liquidity. But the point I'm trying to make is, Rick, you said you hope he gets this full sentence because that would deter other people from doing the same thing. Because if he gets 10 years on parole and 5, that's ridiculous. Like that is absolutely ridiculous because there's nothing stopping the next time from doing this. Well, you build an exchange, then you rock put in 5 years. So, like I said, I will be shocked if he gets 100 years, but and I will not be shocked as well if he gets it because he more than deserves it because what he did was utter madness. Like I almost bought into the whole FTX FTT token bullshit, but thank God I didn't because yeah, like when I saw when Twitter was on flames because of this stuff, it was crazy because a lot of people lost their wealth. Like there was like a obituary of confessions. Oh, I lost my money, I lost my funds, I told my missus. It was so sad. It was so sad. People lost their life savings in FTX. It's crazy. So someone needs to pay for that. And then yeah, they want Sam. Sam is the main culprit.
Yeah, I mean, does he deserve the full sentence? He deserves a long time in jail. I'm not sure about 115 years, but he definitely deserves a long time in jail. Um, for me, it's like it's not even just about him. It's about the whole. How is this allowed to happen? There was obviously due diligence from the investors side of things. He had some pretty big people backing him, some really really strong VCs and whatnot. So for that, I mean, obviously VCs are going to do due diligence up to a point, but there's just a lot of negligence around the board, and it's like, how do you prevent something like this from happening again? Because it's not the first time that
Hold
we've
on.
seen something like this happen.
Hold on. So wait, sorry. Just speaking on those VCs. I swear my man turned up to a
What's
VC
up, Rick?
meeting like playing some game in his PJs. So I don't know if these VCs are like
Serious.
yeah
Yes,
With
he did.
yeah. But carry on. I agree. It is mad. But yeah, go on.
You know what? You're right, and yeah, I mean, maybe there's a failure or fail point there as well. They saw someone who's acting arrogant. They thought, right, he must know something we don't. He's turning up playing games and that. It's kind of it's showing that you don't need something. When you show you don't need something, you become more attractive. It's like attracting women. So it's the same principle. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of fail points. I just want what the fallout is obviously going to be, because now that obviously he's been sentenced, his co-workers are probably going to get a flight, either light sentences or not sentenced at all, maybe like
Nah, they
suspended
will get life
sentences or something
sentences.
like
They
that.
will get life sentences. They will get life sentences.
No, they won't get life. They'll get a couple
No, they will get
years,
life
if
lighter,
anything.
lighter.
Oh, light. Okay. Yeah, yeah, potentially. Um, but I mean, beyond that, it's like now the crypto market has to deal with, the repercussions, and the repercussions are real in terms of um, the tokens coming back onto the market, and that's obviously going to affect a lot of different tokens, predominantly Sol, which is actually the next talking point. So obviously, Sol's been pumping hard over the past few weeks, I would say. The price action has started to cool off a little bit, and also the I think the FTX tokens got unstaked not too long ago. Actually, around the time that it started pumping. But do you think that? I mean, we kind of discussed it before in another pod, but now that this has happened, the liquidation move forward. But with this in the back of everyone's minds, what do you think the future is for Solana? Can it survive it, or do you think they'll do in a way in which not to crash the price, or what?
I think they will survive it. I mean, looking at how much what's the total amount on Solana on stake to sell, or is it what's exactly on stake to sell? You said, oh, okay, so they on stake 6-7 million worth of tokens. Are they FTT tokens or are they Solana tokens?
They didn't stake that much. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, cool. Let's say it's a mixture of both. So FTT tokens are useless right now, to be honest. I think it's still on some exchanges, but I don't trust liquidity on there. But I think Solana will survive because one, I think FTX exchange was just a minor investor in the early stage of Solana, and there's a lot of VC that invested in Solana. There's a lot of venture capital that are they need Solana to keep doing well because they have a lot of bags of Solana. So yeah, I don't see this being the end of Solana because even though Solana is one of the it's an unstable blockchain. It needs work, and then they're even trying to do some Solana phones, which is ridiculous. They feel like their roadmap is all over the place. But I don't think it's the end of Solana. In terms of cooling off, I definitely see it cooling off because like I said, I don't think we're in a bull run. Yeah, we're definitely crypto summer, but we're in a bull run.
Fun fact: Solana is up nearly 350% this year.
300 and what?
50%. 350.
350.
3.5x. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
My Solana holdings.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's update us on your trade rate.
Yeah, I will update you on my trade as soon as I get in. But I don't think this will I mean, obviously it will affect Solana. Oh my gosh, I am 94% up.
Boom.
Well done.
Mad thing. Let me go sell this now before it crashes tomorrow. This is not financial advice. No, I think
live trading.
I don't think Solana 10% up since yesterday. This is brilliant. This is what I'm talking about, crypto summer. Like people, like fair enough, this is not at the front of my mind, but there's people out there that this is the front of their mind, and they're just like, this is it. I need to sell everything I have and put everything in here.
No,
now is not the best time. Like
no,
the best time.
That's wild, fam. Yeah. That's wild, fam. So you have to put in crypto. That's wild.
But I think I think Solana will survive purely because they just have such a good presence in the market now.
They do.
I understand that presence doesn't actually mean longevity and life, but yeah, it has such a good presence among developers. It has such a good presence amongst people that are even remotely interested in crypto and people that are very interested in crypto. Obviously, we've spoken about Solana a few times. Like we understand and we've seen some of the limitations of Solana. We know about all the pitfalls that they've faced, and they've done quite a lot of investment to get their platform up to a better standard. Which is one of the reasons why I jumped back in that, and I just felt like today's the day. So yeah, I think obviously the price there might be a tumbling price action, but if it's done like if we're in full bull mode and everything is banging all-time highs, and then they do that trade then, and for instance, and let's say they sell the dumb percentage of Sol, like 20% or whatever, and they eat through the order book. The very next day, like as that's eating through the order book, the very next day, people will be like, oh shit, it dumped, and now it's a good time to buy Sol. And more people will just come in because people be scrolling down the top 100, and what Sol is like number 7, if it's still number 7. Sol is definitely top 10, right? They'll be scrolling through and they'll be like, oh, what's down today? Like when in a market where everything is up. And then they'll probably just go for it. versus if they decide to sell when the market's the market's bottoming out and everyone's crashing and everything's gone pear-shaped, and then they sell, then like that would be a lot more detrimental. But yeah, this company is worth billions, which is wild, bro. It's so wild.
Oh, for an unstable blockchain, it is wild. It is wild. It is wild. It is wild.
Wow, bro.
It is wild.
But
Yeah, I think they've got a lot of work to do. But yeah, I mean, they've done the same with Bitcoin, in terms of Silk Road and whatnot, when the market cap of Bitcoin was a lot less, and Bitcoin obviously survived. I don't know how much it was in proportion to the total market cap in terms of what was sold by the government, but it's the only other thing that we have to go on in terms of how it could potentially affect Solana. So yeah, I think Solana will survive. It might just be choppy in the short term, and as long as it's done in the bull market, I think it will definitely not be as bad as it could be during the bear.
They'll probably sell it in batches, isn't it? Like, I don't think they're gonna dump 60.
I mean, they would have to. They'll be stupid not to, because they'll be shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
They did.
because you want to, like, I think some of those funds as well, they're gonna basically kind of use it to kind of refund some of the lost money from the investors that are still probably reeling. Like, Sam really fucked up a lot of people. Part of my language, but yeah, man, I hope these people make their funds back, because it's fucked up what he did.
you know what?
Yeah,
I think
it's a mess, but hopefully
I think
that whole situation can get sorted out soon, and he'll leave a much better place. So we mentioned him earlier in the podcast. Elon Musk did actually speak about crypto, but not in the way that you might think. So he said, none of my companies will issue crypto tokens. Pay attention to the language. He didn't say none of my companies will use crypto. He just said none of them will issue tokens. Is this significant, or is this
Come on, why would they issue token? The amount of legality you have to face to do that, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that headache at all. Who wants that headache? Who wants it? Nobody. Then continue.
that's interesting.
But imagine that.
Yeah, no. When you pre what you just said, he said none of my companies will issue cryptocurrency tokens. So basically, what he's saying is that tokens, and all his companies make things, right? Like, they make real products. What he's basically saying is that he's saying that there's no utility in tokens. That's
for his company. For his company.
Not necessarily.
Not his company. Yeah, not for a startup. If you're a startup now, let's say we all three now start a startup now that requires a crypto token to function, then that's up to us.
But bro, this is a different discussion. What company actually requires a cryptocurrency to function?
Are you talking about a Web 2 company or Web 3 company?
I'm talking either.
Okay.
If you have a Web 3 company, like Web 3 is like lumped in with, I guess it depends on how you see it, but a lot of people lump in like blockchain with Web 3. But like, name one crypto project that actually needs a token to function.
Needs a token to function.
I can argue Ethereum needs it.
You can argue quite a few of them. You can even say like a Helium needs it.
What's the difference between Ethereum and AWS?
AWS is AWS is offering their product as a service.
All right, let me flip the question. So AWS is Amazon Web Services, right?
Yes.
Where you can deploy some code to the cloud and get it to do something, which is basically a smart contract.
And then they take fiat for
communication. And then you pay them in some money. So what can Ethereum do that AWS cannot do?
Well, they don't have the immutable ledger. They don't have the immutable ledger that is used widely by everybody. They just don't.
But do you need an immutable ledger?
Yeah, but Ethereum does, because that's what brought about the smart contract.
But what I'm saying is, technically, I guess there is no difference, like on a functionality basis, between a smart contract and a AWS Lambda or any anything that runs code in the cloud, like Google Cloud
I
Function.
get what you mean, bro. I honestly get what you mean. I think like what you're trying to say is like there could be an Ethereum version company without the token. I absolutely agree with you. But for to operate in the crypto space, yeah, to get people to get hyped about your project, that's the reason for this crypto tokens. You know what I mean? It's just something for you to use it to interact because wait. Not everybody can go on AWS, know how to launch lambdas and deploy them. Not everybody knows how to do that. But people know that cool. If I have Ethereum, I can participate in the governance of the blockchain. I can vote using my Ethereum token. I can do a lot of stuff within the Ethereum ecosystem. I can lend money using the Ethereum protocol. So it's like there's two sides of the coin. You know what I mean? You can't have an Ethereum company without a token, and yeah.
But then the other side of that is you can go and invest in Amazon and do almost the exact same things with the Amazon stock.
Okay, but Amazon, bro. Amazon is done. Like, bro, put it this way, yeah. In the past 10 years, which has been a better investment? You buying Ethereum or buying the Amazon stock? I would say Ethereum. Yeah, bro. No, don't pull up nothing. It's that's a fact.
I don't even have to check that. That one is 100%.
That's a fact.
Wait, you say it in the past year? Or did you say ever?
10 years ago. So okay, but if you're talking about from conception,
cool, bro. That's not cheating. You're cheating, man. From 1990 to
That's a long time. Exactly.
That's 40 years. Come on.
What I'm saying is like back to the original question of Elon Musk saying none of his companies will issue cryptocurrencies. It kind of just comes across where he's just like, all of my companies operate in this world where we don't actually need a token, so we're never gonna use a token, which is kind of crazy because this guy's literally trying to go to space. So you'd think he'd try to get the bleeding edge of technology. Like it's not like none of his company can't issue a token. Like he could probably replace fiat in multiple places in his company. Like even if you look at Tesla and how they do their self-driving, they automate their self-driving and all that stuff, and how they upgrade different things in the Tesla car, like that can all be a token. But he's decided to just use fiat.
Yeah, bro. Can I say something? Yeah. Number one, it's not easy for you to just transition to using crypto. Like there's so many like headache. Like look at Twitter X. I mean, you need to get a license before you can start transacting in crypto or start offering crypto stuff or crypto-related services. I mean, so for him to go to all that, like imagine have to procure 4 different licenses for 4 different companies, and then there's still the whole issue of is crypto mature enough? I mean, we were talking about ETF now. It's all getting exciting, but it's not fully there yet. I mean, it's on the rise. It's definitely going in the right direction. It's ascending in the right direction. But for now, it's not fully there yet for me to be like, okay, I'm all in crypto. All my token, all my company now start going to be accepting crypto. Like, I think we're not quite there yet. And number 2, do not listen to what this guy is saying. He's one to say one thing now and just reverse it later on, bro. Like, do not fall.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Although, to be honest, I don't really see him issuing tokens. I'm not even sure where the context of this quote came from, if it was from an interview or if he just said it randomly. But he's not really a random. Well, he can be random, but not in that sense. But yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. But I wouldn't. I expect Twitter to have some sort of Twitter crypto element to it. I think previously there's been rumors of trading. He also loves Doge. So I would expect these elements to be part of, say, X or Twitter, however you refer to it. Tesla, maybe you can buy in Bitcoin or whatever. I think things like that would happen. I think you could actually buy it in Bitcoin during the bull market, and then they got rid of it or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I think you'll see things like that, but in terms of issuing their own token, yeah, it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. Yeah, not in my opinion anyway. But we also have another prominent figure, Cathie Wood, who is the investment world's media darling, saying she would hold Bitcoin and not gold for the next 10 years. It's obviously interesting how times have changed from Jamie Dimon saying Bitcoin is a scam to now Cathie Wood, who's ARK CEO, saying that she'd rather hold Bitcoin than gold. What do you guys think about this? You think it's significant?
This one is This one is a quick one for me. This is a no-brainer for me. I would rather hold Bitcoin for the next decade than hold gold, because with gold, I mean, yes, you can invest in gold contracts, but for me as a millennial, I would prefer holding a digital currency like Bitcoin rather than invest in gold, because one, I've never really navigated the gold market safely. Doing my tenure with it, don't think I would made any profit with it. But with BTC, I've consistently made profit. So why would I change my model when things is going right? Why would I want to say, oh, because the old heads think, the whole head, like my mom, she loves gold. She has gold. But for me, our generation, what we've known is BTC. Like that's all we've known. So how are we change now? So 100% agree with Cathie Wood, who's a smart investor in this space. So yeah, absolutely agree.
Personally, I don't see why you can't have both. I would.
Yeah, but which one would you prefer, though?
I mean, just looking at my current holdings, yeah, I have like 5 figures worth of gold. I have like much more BTC. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's.
If I told you you have to sell one of them, which one would you sell today?
Gold.
Nah, it's not that. It's not. It
Why are you
depends on what.
stuttering, bro? Well,
If you're risky, if you're, it depends on where you are in life. Like it depends on how old I am. If you ask me if I'm gonna sell one, like
But we're talking
today,
about right now, Rick. We're talking about right now. Don't infer to the future. We're talking about right
at
now.
age
What
30, which one would I rather sell? Like at 31, yeah, bro, I'd rather sell the gold. Fuck gold.
exactly?
But if I was 71,
Right.
be like, nah, fuck Bitcoin. Like my time is close potentially. And gold seems like a
okay.
more stable investment. Like it swings
I
a
see
lot
your
less.
point. I see the point
Let's
you're making.
structure it. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah.
I see the point you're
So that's
making.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it depends on where you are. Like, because I know the crypto I'm putting in, the money I'm putting into crypto right now. Like, I'm not planning to take that out next week or next month or next
There,
year,
there you
unless
go.
shit goes crazy. But I feel like if I put that same amount of money in gold, if I swing downwards, I'm not swinging 30% downwards. I'm swinging 5% downwards. And if I swing upwards, I might swing 5% upwards. That being said, obviously I've seen gold do some crazy shit, but yeah, I think as a least volatile investment, yeah, gold is less volatile.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what? You did give me some perspective on the time horizon thing. I was just thinking about it from like where we
Right
are
now.
in life now. Exactly. Um, but yeah. I mean, if you're in a position where you're probably going to need the cash at some point, then it does become more of a discussion. But if you're talking about long term, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, even 5 years, then yeah, for me, it's a no brainer, and Bitcoin comes out on top every time. So the UK regulators decided to reveal plans to regulate stablecoins. Now, obviously, we saw towards the tail end of the bull market that some stablecoins blew up, and they've been under scrutiny ever since. And also in the shadows, there are CBDCs waiting to obviously take their place. Do you think this is a way or like a red herring to bring in this legislation? And it's like, by the way, here is your brand new shiny CBDC that you can use as a stablecoin.
So when I read this article about UK revealing and like revealing the plans to regulate stablecoin, I was holding my head like this and like, trust UK to come in and just kind of fuck everything up. But it's too late because we're already in it and we're already up. But point I'm trying to make it is they can regulate stablecoin all they want. I think what they're trying to do is essentially, I think the focal plan is to restrict the interest income for consumers. So all that farming stuff for stables where like you have some protocol offering mad APRs, I think they're trying to put a fuck to that and make sure like just kind of protect investors from their own self, self harm and over risking and blowing up their portfolio. So I'm not too happy because I feel like once you start doing this, where else are you gonna go to next? You know what I mean? Like, you might just start saying you're not allowed to hold stable. You need to hold the same amount of stables in CBDC. So I think this is a bigger level slippery slope. I'm not too happy with it. But at the same time, I know we need regulation for this space to become more stable and to kind of keep innovating and kind of stop people like Stan the Bankman from defrauding people. So yeah, I'm not happy with it, but I get why they're trying to do it at the same time. If they're especially trying to make a
I hear what you're saying. That's the deal. I think if it's one part of the crypto market that needs as much what's the word? Centralization as possible, it should be the treatment of stable coins. Because a stable coin is meant to match like a real world government country backed asset, right? Their dollar or their pound or their currency, whatever it is. Somebody other than me and you as decentralized people should be like holding those people accountable. And I feel like if that is, yeah, maybe it is a step towards them doing that. And if it is, then cool. Because yeah, there needs to be some regulation around how stable coins are managed. Like, look how many times we've had stable coins through the floor. Like that's meant to be the one thing in crypto. Like we are all aware crypto is volatile. Stablecoins to be the one thing in crypto that stay out of fixed rate, and they haven't been doing that. Like I can't remember any stablecoin that been pegged to $1, for instance, like consistently. I think maybe even USDC had like some fluctuations, it's put down. I can't remember what the difference was. It's like
Yeah, it has.
it shifted. I remember TGBP. I think that one's always been fixed, but I don't know. I only go in and out when I'm like I know it's a short term thing. So if they all had some level of covenant and restriction that they have to follow, then yeah, for me that sounds a lot safer than what we currently have, because what we currently have is not really working properly.
Harris?
Would you guys invest in or not invest, but like park your money in stable coins at this point? Or is it too risky for you guys?
I will park. Wait, but how much? Depends how much we're talking. I mean, if we're talking the entire liquidity, no. But at the same time, like I do have.
How much would you be willing to?
In talking numbers, I can go up to 50K, but no more than that.
Bro, do you hear how mad that question is? Would you park your money in a stable coin? Like, I don't know if we're all still getting paid here in a fiat currency. We are, right? But like,
Yeah, we are.
that's how fucked up the stablecoin market is. You have to ask the question: is would you put your money in how you get paid your money? Like,
do you know why, bro? The reason why this,
bro, I would not leave money in a stablecoin, bro. My money that is on exchanges, that is like waiting to be deployed, is in fiat, bro.
bro, man's actually in stables. I've got some stables and I got some cash. I got to make sure. But Rick, the reason why this is a question is the recent depegging. This is all that FTX stuff. After FTX, we saw Tether depeg a little bit, but it got back up. I think if we didn't have that saga, this wouldn't even be a question. Like, you know what I mean? Just a few years ago,
And Celsius and those other ones as well.
yeah, exactly. So I think because of the recent stuff that happened, that's why this is even a question. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a question. Like regulations aside, it wouldn't be a question if it wasn't because of this recent depegging of stablecoin, which is now obviously recovered.
For me, if it's a small amount, so maybe a couple grand, yeah, I could do it for a short amount of time. But anything more than 6K, nah, I wouldn't do it. Because not at this point. Unless, yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Because I was trying to think of it, and I was like, if I'm relying on a centralized entity to effectively do what they claim they've been doing, it's just all types of risky. I know there's decentralized ones like DAI and whatnot. I haven't really used them or been paying attention too much to what they've been doing. But yeah, I think at this point, with some of the blowups that we've seen recently, not recently, but like during the bear market and towards the tail end of the bull market, it's it's still an unnecessary risk, especially when you can hold fiat, as Rick's been saying. And to some of the platforms' credit, nowadays it's not as hard to get into a coin as it used to be, especially when things were moving fast. So another interesting story that we have is SafeMoon's executives have been arrested after the DOJ in America and the SEC, and also the SafeMoon executives have been arrested after the DOJ and the SEC have alleged that they misappropriated millions after buying luxury cars and real estate. Prosecutors say that SafeMoon executives lied to investors about having the money locked in liquidity and instead used the funds to buy luxury cars. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds crazy. Deji, I know you have some thoughts on this, so go for it.
No. Rick has some strong opinions about this. I want to hear Rick first.
Okay, let's do it. Go for it.
Ultimately, yeah, if you're not using investor funds, how are you buying luxury cars and real estate? These man need to take the money to buy this crazy shit that no one can buy, bro. It's just, I feel like it's just one of those things that it's just like, this is how people live their lives, man.
What do you mean by that?
I'm fucking around. These guys have lost it. Like, I feel like I've heard this story so many times across so many different like types of businesses. Like, I'm sure there was a ton of people doing this in the Web2.com boom, and then a lot of people are doing this. Bro, people were even doing this in like the financial crash in 2008, and I feel like this has happened so many times in crypto.
That's true. You got like Bernie Madoff and all these guys. It's happened a lot.
But the maddest thing is, how can you lie? This is crypto, bro. This is like immutable ledgers. How can you lie about a coin being locked up, fam?
That's a good point. I want to know how. Unless they just said it and people believed it, because
bro,
bear in mind, it used to be
you know, like how we were just talking about VCs and how SBF came on and was in his pants playing Call of Duty or whatever. Like, I feel like it's them same VCs, yeah, that are just like, we've made a killing on crypto already. This guy seems like he knows what he's doing. Let's just believe everything he says.
But I don't think SafeMoon was a VC backed project. I think it was just a meme token.
Fair.
That had like a
MLM
style.
That's even worse, bro. That's even worse. So
because retail got wrecked mainly. It was mainly retail that got wrecked.
Yeah, I think smart money didn't really buy into this. I think mostly retail traders that probably got wrecked. But I'm not shocked that they're getting arrested. I'm shocked that they use the money to buy luxury cars and real estate, which shows that they have some brain cells. But I'm not shocked that they've been obviously arrested for misappropriating funds and obviously doing illegal stuff, because SafeMoon was the one who's talking that came out during the bull market. I thought we had Dogecoin do a madness, we had Shiba Inu do a madness, and we had the other Shiba coin do Shiba Inu. There was another dog meme coin that did something as well. Then SafeMoon came.
Floki?
Yeah, was it Floki did something as well. But anyway, what I'm trying to make it is, yeah, SafeMoon is a meme coin, and they try to make it sound like, oh, it's a DeFi token that has three function: reflection, OP acquisition, and burning. But going back to what Ricardo said previously when we were comparing AWS to Ethereum, like this SafeMoon thing, why does it need a token? It's just literally they made this token so they can rock pull their investors' money and literally go buy luxury cars and real estate. That's literally what they did this for. Like, they should not lie to themselves. They deserve to be arrested. They deserve to be jailed. I don't know if they deserve 115 years like man over there, but yeah, I think this is crazy. Not surprised, because SafeMoon one was talking like the hype is just too good to be true. Like, we have people talking about I bought it at some massive Satoshis, now I'm hot 50x. Okay, cool. What does it do? No one can tell you exactly what this token does. So where's the roadmap? No one can tell us exactly what the roadmap is. So yeah, it was always destined for the bid, and that's where it's going. Because right now I'm on CoinMarketCap.com. There is no information about the circulating supply. There's no information about the total supply. There's no information about the max supply.
It got delisted everywhere, so
yeah,
it
exactly,
wouldn't show.
exactly. And then safe and now migrated to a new contract address. What does that mean?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah, it's finished. It's finished. Safeman is
Oh
finished.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, does this surprise me? No. Whenever you're in crypto, you're going to come across unscrupulous characters that are just there to, rob people blind. And we've seen it time and time again, as Rick said. I mean, it sounds like something you could make a film out of. Some guy sitting in his room and say, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to make a coin. What am I going to call it? Everyone loves the moon. I'm going to call it Safe Moon.
I tell you this now. A lot of retail investors bought into this token because of the name Safe Moon. They thought their money was safe.
The marketing was on point. It was.
That's one thing you have to say. It was. They were active on Twitter. They were active in Telegram group. They were active, telling you how to buy, where to buy, how to connect your wallet. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Also, big exchange coming soon. Nothing ever came.
You know what the maddest thing is? As you were just describing your story, Harris, about what did they decide to call it? Some dude was sat in his room. I've got this folder on my desktop, yeah. You know when they were giving away crazy APRs? And I remember hitting you, man, I was like, hey, I've got another one. This one,
I remember
$1 million APR. And I was like, I'm going to put like $1 billion and see how it goes. Bro, I was just looking through my this folder I have on my Chrome profile called Shitcoin Roster. And I'm looking at all these names, yeah? And I'm like, all these guys just sat in their room scheming, how can I make the shittest coin ever? And then just come up with like some mad name and then slap some mad APY on it, and then there people just invested. And well, for me, it wasn't a big deal because it was never more than I could afford to lose. Just looking at the prices of all of these now, and they are fucked.
What are they?
Bro, they are all
Share some of them, bro. Share some of them.
Bro, alright, so there's this one called J Protocol, yeah?
J Protocol.
I remember that,
Yeah, the J Protocol, it was doing well, fam, yeah? I'm looking at the last comms on this, bro. 16th of December, 2021. Just when the market went fucked up. Yeah, like this is on their Twitter. Like Twitter's a company they keep tweeting, right? So this was one of the ones that was doing decent at the time and was doing alright. I'm looking at their charts, like what is this in Satoshis? Yeah. 0.13 Satoshi now. At its peak, like 28. Oh no, BUSD. Okay, cool. So at its peak, $28. Now 0.13 cents.
That's actually not bad. It's still not below zero yet. I mean, I'm not saying it's hope.
Go below zero. That'll be.
You sound like the guy from the Crypto Confessions, man. You're saying there's a hope. That's what you sound like.
Nah. There's no hope there, bro. There's no hope.
I'm looking at another one that was called Titano Finance. Now it's like rebranded as Switch.
Oh my!
Like what I'm saying is, all these people. I just remember like, what was it about this coin that brought me in? And it was like one person or a group of people that just really sounded like they knew what they were doing, but obviously they had no fucking idea.
Of course they don't.
And I think that's what the Safe Moon founding team did. That's what all these shitcoin teams does. They just run on people's psychology, like, and in people's minds, it's just like, I'm gonna get rich, so I'm gonna invest.
Get somebody to buy in, and then that person will shield to their friends will shield to other friends, and everything. And then there you go, they got you, man. And then if you invest over like one ETH in there, you are, it's over.
Yeah, I remember when I think I might have told this story before, but for those who are new, I'll just repeat it. So I remember when I first heard about SafeMoon. I heard about it through Twitter. I think I saw it in a lot of comments on like large crypto accounts, and I was like, "What is this SafeMoon thing?" And whenever I'm unsure about something, I take like extra time just to see whether it's just fluff or is actually got some substance behind it. So anyway, I kind of forgot about it, and then I see it, going into like the top 50 or however big it got in the end. And I was like, raw, like I could have made like quite a lot of money on this because it was like I saw it early, and then I was like, okay. But I saw that it had some, I can't remember how, but it had some MLM. It had some MLM elements to it at the time. So I was like, yeah, this is not sustainable. And then I saw those type of investors that were getting involved, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
this is not the one. And then obviously it's blown up since then. So sometimes it's worth doing your waiting and not getting FOMO just to do your due diligence.
Yep. Yes, sir.
For sure. Okay, so the next segment. Well, okay, so the last segment is you can only keep one crypto in your portfolio. Which would it be? And I'm going to add a caveat because obviously I know you guys, and you're going to say Bitcoin or Ethereum. You're not allowed to say that, so you can't do that. Which one are you going to choose?
So you can't say BTC, you can't say ETH.
Nope. Because
Okay,
those are obvious choices. We would all just say.
Yeah. No, I was about to say Bitcoin. But Rick, you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. I was just
Bro, don't say Solana, man. If you say Solana, I will fall off my chair, fam.
Nah, man. I wouldn't say Solana. I'd say crypto.com.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that.
You're
Say crypto.com.
Rick, that's the wrong name. That's the correct name, fam. It's Chronos now.
They rebranded again from Monaco to crypto.com to Kronos.
Yeah, but no, they still call crypto.com, right? They still have that.
They've got Chronos, fam. They've got Chronos now. That's the token name.
Well, I think the token is Kronos. Maybe the company is crypto.com.
Yes, the token is called Chronos, but it's still called crypto.com.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, I'd choose crypto.com, man.
Okay, cool. I think for me, if I was only allowed to keep one token, I would choose Atom.
Oh, okay.
You choose what, sorry?
Atom. Yeah. What?
Please explain Atom to me.
What?
Why would you choose Atom?
Atom, yeah. If you check the site that it's called Aris sent us last time, checking the dev activity, Atom is they are always ranked high, developing stuff. You know what I mean?
Atom is Cosmos, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, Cosmos. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. I know Cosmos didn't deliver last year. I thought it was gonna go to like $100, but it got to about 50, and then obviously kind of came back down to earth. But I think I still believe in the multi-chain architecture, and I think there's something to be delivered there. They just need to get it right. So hopefully, it's this bull run. I'm not shitting in it. I'm not telling people to invest, but personally for me, if I want to keep one token, obviously including the ETH and BTC, it will be Cosmos.
Yeah, I like Cosmos. That probably would have been one of my choices. But as you've already done that, I would probably say Polygon. Now I know obviously they've gone through a lot.
Even though like the CEOs and founders are just.
I was about to come on to that. So yeah, I mean the CEO is still there, I think, but some of the at least two of the co-founders have left. Yeah. Which isn't positive, obviously. However, it hasn't reflected in the price of the token. Number one. Number two, they're always putting out new partnerships and whatever. They've got the best business development in the whole of crypto, in my opinion. So I think with that alone, it's still a fairly strong token to have, and it's obviously got some history behind it in the last market cycle. So I think it's one to keep an eye on. Obviously, not financial advice for those listening.
Yeah, great question. Great question.
So, thank you for listening to Crypto Flip. We'll be back again in 2 weeks. And until then, we'll see you later. Peace.